he was on the Tristana, he suicided, and that really turned the tide of the game into BGM's favor, even though it wasn't really slanted in any way, but it just gave BGM the edge that they needed to close out the game.
Yeah, and the thing with Zaya is the untargetability is just so strong, and that paired with a Malzahar, I mean, you can see her landing that feather collar on any one of Malzahar's pick targets.
Uh,
Really good into the Skarner.
oh wait, Bukake got Malzahar.
Yeah, they let that through. I don't know if I would have banned Kane and let Malzahar through. Anyways, we're to see Rakan picked up Fort Bear Senior as a support.
Senor.
Oh my god. Really good comfort pick there for Justin. I've seen him play that champion multiple times, and he doesn't die. Like that's one of the craziest things that I love about his Rakan is that he goes in, he gets those engages, and he gets out cleanly. He is like one of the cleanest Rakan players that I've ever seen actually play the champion.
And not only is it a good pick for BGM, but they also steal it away so that Rip doesn't get the Zaya Rakan combo that's just so lane dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're gonna see Piper Rizzes pull out Tristana this time around. And that's a Zyra for Summoner 2805. Gonna go for this poke lane in the bot lane.
So at this point, you're probably gonna look for a tank top laner and a tank jungler, because if you don't, that's a lot of squishy targets that Skarner or Rakan are gonna be able to jump on.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to ban Gnar and Sejuani for BGM, just to get them off the table, since they're two of the very strong primary tanks that Rip has available to them.
I absolutely agree.
We're going to see Anivia get banned. Gnar is going to get banned, and then Maokai as well. So no Maokai for Big Dick Jimmy. I don't actually know what he plays after Malphite and Maokai.
Believe he then slips into... What does he slip into after that? I don't know, actually.
Yeah, something only for your eyes.
Shut up. I've only seen him play Malphite or Maokai. That's not true, but I mean, I'm still like...
In recent memory for me, I don't remember it. Anyways, we're going to see a Rammus banned away from Menbunk, so no speedy Rammus in this game.
But that's Sejuani's up.
Yeah, Sejuani is up.
So at this point, Rip has the first two picks, correct? No,
they pick one, and then it's BGM too.
Yeah. So if Menbung is smart here, he picks up the Sejuani because it has that tank. Because Fish Baby Bot can also... Well, no, Fish Baby Bot's already on Skarner.
He's going
Xin Zhao? What?
This is aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of damage, but where's the tank? Where's the front line? Your Zyroplane's going to be the front line? Oh my god.
It's Galio Morgana. Morgana in the mid lane, Galio top.
Those are some huge picks. Lots of just again BGM playing to their strength. They have a ton of CC and pick potential throughout their whole team. Just pretty much going with the same game plan as last game, honestly.
Yeah, with the late game damage from Tristana, it looks like they are gonna keep the Tristana safe and let Tristana just wreck. As we wait this final pick, this is gonna be for Juice Me Mommy in the top lane.
Does he
Unless
go
that's the top lane Xin Zhao.
Does he go?
He could go.
Top lane Xin Zhao into Galios does not sound bad.
No, it's actually sounds terrible because he gets taunted.
Yeah, but then he hits his 3 autos and knocks off Galio. OP!
I don't think I agree with that at all.
That just sounds like a clown fiesta.
No, in reality, because Galio, although is a melee yeah, there you go. I thought so. Because although Galio is a melee champion, Winds of War just start shredding Xin Zhao at some point in the game, and it just becomes unbearable for any melee champion that doesn't like building MR early. But it's not. It's going to be the Ornn. It's going to be interesting now that the Ornn nerfs have come through. I haven't actually seen Ornn in the top lane a lot since the nerfs went through. I know he's played in LCS, but everyone always makes the call of like, oh well, that's LCS. So it'll be interesting to see like how Juice Me Mommy reacts to these Ornn nerfs and see how it plays against Galio.
So here's the thing with these Ornn nerfs too, is they're different than you would expect. They did remove the unstoppable from his W. However, all that actually does to him is it stops him from that extremely slow movement that he already had during the channel. It does not remove the shield and it does not stop the channel in any way. So Ornn actually retained a lot of his strength on that ability.
But at the same time, Galio can taunt Ornn out of the ram, or he can just knock him up out of the ram as well. I think that was one of one of the big, one of the big combos that was nerfed is the fact that the ram would always go through because of the fact that you could be in your W and hit the ram at the same time. So that's not really going to be online. So if Big Deoc Jimmy is able to really stick next to the Ornn and really make sure that he gets his taunts and his knockups down on the Ornn, then Ornn really loses a lot of utility in that aspect.
But the unstoppable was the problem with Ornn.
That's not true. That's not true at all. That damage is ridiculous.
Maybe we take off the shield and change it to a damage reduction. Honestly, that's, in my opinion, that's what I would do to Ornn. But I'm not a game designer, so... And I'm also not a top laner, so I guess I'm just talking out of my
I mean, my whole problem with Ornn was just the fact, nerf the damage. Let him keep the unstoppable, I don't care, but nerf the damage. Nerf the top lane Ornn, but keep the support Ornn where it was, because I think that's where Riot originally wanted Ornn in the first place. So, you take the unstoppable away, but you nerf the damage, then, you're in a pretty good spot.
I just think a lot of the issues with Ornn stem from the fact that not only does he just get to build items in lane, but you can't make poke stick on him because of every time you go in for a trade, he gets a big old shield on that W. So if they were able to let damage stick onto the Ornn and force him back, potentially that would reduce some of the oppressiveness of just that constant presence in the top lane.
That is true.
I also think one of the issues was he's able to spam his abilities so quickly. I think if they just raised cooldowns, regardless of whether they took some of the damage out of it or took the unstoppable out of it or anything, just raise the cooldowns a little bit so it's not, he can't sit there and spam it.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Because I feel like in fights that's it. He's just able to spam everything.
If you imagine Nautilus with Ornn's cooldowns and mana costs, that's pretty much what Ornn was before the nerfs, at least.
Yeah.
And that is ridiculous.
Well, they didn't raise it enough. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Jesus Christ. No. So anyway, back to the game instead of
I mean, this is part of the game. Ornn is in the game.
I mean,
thanks, Rito. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
we really like
one
Ornn.
One champion outside of 80 carries not in line. Baby Rage.
Flame Sebastian.
I mean, that's
all in
fine.
favor, say aye in the chat.
Look, everybody flamed me whenever I started crying about Jace nerfs, alright? So I don't want to hear it.
Wait, why did they ban a Mumu?
For the memes?
What? What are you talking about? There's no... Oh. Sorry, I'm on stream.
Yeah, the draft.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Spelling something out is the question.
RAMKW. Nope.
Nope.
Well, they did the Amumu last game. I don't know if that's just like...
Maybe it's tears? I don't know.
Maybe it's a bug. Because it's like all of the other champions are what they actually banned, except for the Amumu.
I wouldn't put it past there to be bugs in Riot's client. Especially in the spectator play.
No, I think they just straight up banned the Amumu. They just clicked on it.
Yeah, they did it last game too.
Fascinating.
I know. Crazy gameplay.
So something that we haven't talked about is Morgana. If we're talking about champions that are really strong, Morgana is really, really strong right now in my elo of play. Morgana mid and Morgana supports just roam the earth with like absolute no regard for fucking human sanity. The pool is just outrageous because of the fact that the cooldown is reduced if it hits any large minions or any champions, and the amount of time bound with the Q is just absolutely absurd at higher levels, even if you have tenacity. So I'm really excited to see what Gerg brings to the table here with that Morgana pick. I don't really think I've seen him play the Morgana. Me personally, I may be absolutely lying to y'all, but I'm kind of interested to see what he does. And he's actually taking the Ignite as well, instead of like a TP or maybe even a
I'm
barrier
sure
to
there's
help.
probably an unsealed
Cough, cough.
spellbook there.
Yeah,
Ah, yes.
because he
Also,
ran
well-
unsealed spellbook last time,
But still,
Okay.
and those nerfs haven't come in yet.
Yeah, it's still 25% right now.
You better have Victorious. I'm sure he plays it. BGM
I mean-
gonna lose because Greg is on a hard carry mid laner.
yeah, that was the one thing I was gonna say. Well, not that Morgana's not necessarily a crazy hard carry because she can make plays, but I feel like it's a different play style than what Greg normally does, which is just sit back and throw spells from a long range. And with Morgana, you're wanting to kind of get into the middle of a team fight. So we'll see how Greg adjusts there.
But you do know what Greg does have going for him is that he can't miss his flash ultimates.
very
Ooh.
true.
But he can still miss all of those binds.
It doesn't matter. He can still not miss his flash ultimate, so he's automatically at an advantage at that point.
He
You
could
know, if
fail
that's
his
the case, I
flash
would
over
just
the
let him
wall.
have Zareth.
That
If he's
I
not
mean-
gonna hit anything with the skill shots, it's all skill shots.
I'll also say I think one of the key things for both teams here might be the item Quicksilver Sash. When you're facing a Malzahar and you're at an LCS level of play, you see everyone on the team building Quicksilver Sash, but couple that with a champion like Ornn, who extends the duration of your CC, or Zaya's Root, or Zyra's Root, that's going to be confusing. And at the same time, on the opposite side of the map, you see Skarner, Morgana, Rakan, just a bunch of CC from both teams, and a QSS on either side could really turn the tide of a fight.
So we have a question from chat. If they leave your ult, does it count as a miss if you don't stun?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no because the ult actually slows, does it not?
No.
Does it not? I thought it did.
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. So, nah. I'll still say no because you technically still hit the ult. The ult comes off of cooldown. So, I would argue no.
All right. Well, what's up?
I was just gonna say I'm interested to see. Well, other than the Xin Zhao in the jungle, I'm interested to see the bot lane matchup because both this is going back to with the 80 carries going back to the game 1 match, and both Piper and Jirachi had super strong games on those champions. Piper getting a quadra kill, triple kill, and then the Xayah with the triple kills as well. Don't believe there was a quadra. I could be wrong. But either way, it was doing so much damage. Xayah had the ult, so I think we'll have to see how they play it out. If they can play it where, they are kiting back and killing the front lines, or if we're going to see more dives and fails.
All right, we have a couple last comments from the chat. If Greg won MVP for the split, if his ult doesn't stun, it's a miss. And then we have Guy Fury with, now it would be possible for Greg to go for a flash ult, but still not be in ult range after the flash.
But he can't waste the ult, Eric. He can't waste the ult if he's not.
No, but he'd waste his flash.
He could waste the flash.
But he didn't
That's
miss
not-
his
that's
ult
not
then.
A missed ultimate.
But he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
miss his
yeah,
ult
yeah,
because his ult never went off.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think the common consensus is for boosted Gorilla Monkeys, and they're going to be get picks, win game. What about for Riches Provoked, though? What is their win condition?
Zyra just absolutely manhandling this bot lane because I mean, I don't play bot lane specifically, but I don't know how a Rakan will be able to really engage freely on a Zyra, especially like with plants just doing a monumental amount of damage, and any form of engage that Bear Senior has is just going to be negated by a Zyra ultimate at the same time. So I mean, I'm really going to be looking towards this bot lane matchup to see. But I think that's one of their biggest win conditions. If the Zyro works in the laning phase as it's supposed to, they have a pretty good chance. If they don't, if the Zyro ends up just not working at all, I don't foresee Rip winning this game.
Which is
You also
pretty
end up
hard
with-
not to make that work.
You also end up with 2 potential routes at level 2. It's a huge power spike for them if they're able to achieve it. Just with Zyra rooting 1 carry, a Q from Zaya, and an auto and an E, just absolutely smashing people.
Yeah, and I mean, basically, BGM in this bot lane is just looking to get through laning phase, because that's all Rakan's all about, trying to catch people in the jungle, or in those team fights land a knock up onto multiple people with that ult. So, which, I mean, realistically, Zyra will get melted if they land CC on her and land any sort of damage. But in the lane phase, it's going to be hard for them to do anything there.
Oh,
What is Fish Baby doing?
He wanted the shrine. He's about to greed for the shrine and give up first blood.
It was pretty close. Juice Mimano was really thinking about revealing himself there.
He hadn't leveled up in ability either. He probably could have done something. Oh well.
And we're gonna see topside starts for both junglers here. What am I looking at?
All of the laners know where the junglers are starting, though, too. So this shouldn't come as any surprise when you see 3 minutes in Zhao heading bot and Skarner heading there, too.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of ganks from Xin Zhao and Skarner early, just because the bot lane's going to be so pushed in, and yeah, I don't know, I guess early Morgana won't necessarily push super hard, though. Not against the Malzahar.
Not into a Malzahar, no.
Not initially, at least, but definitely once a level or 2 into that W happens,
Yep.
it's pretty much auto pushing from a safe distance from Morgana.
It's definitely more aggressive now here in the top lane between Big Jock Jimmy and Juice Me Mommy. A lot of trades going down.
Oh, we're seeing an invade here by Menbung onto Fish Baby bots.
Bot lane's responding.
They're gonna catch it. Big Dick Jimmy's dropped below half health in the top lane. But it looks like Menbung just blast coned out.
Is he gonna come back around? I think he is actually.
He's gonna come back around. Round number 2.
They have the ward though.
But in the
Bot lane can respond. Rakan is coming up.
Jirachi and Summoner are pushing in. It's gonna be pretty tough for them to respond now.
Who got the smite?
Menbung
got the smite.
Menbung
got the smite. Here is a teleport from Juice Me Mommy.
No, he got canceled.
It was canceled.
As they're gonna turn right back around in on Menbung. Exhaust coming out as Gurk 7 is coming there. Oh, that's not Gurk 7. That's Bukake Poro. Oh, Gurk 7. Big Dick Jimmy's gonna get his teleport interrupted.
Oh,
Mommy is taking tower shots. What is going on? This is a clown fiesta.
Let's go. All right. Yeah, BGM is definitely responding a little bit better here. Juice Me Mommy taking a bunch of tower aggro up there. Big Diog Jimmy just essentially landing the combo there and forcing the flash out of Juice Me Mommy. Absolutely insane.
Definitely taking advantage of the early pressure they have in the Xin Zhao pick as well as the bottom lane, and Malzahar being able to kind of respond pre-level 4 a little bit quicker, but Morgana ending up having a little bit more impact there.
Fish Baby Bot is going to get spotted by Menbung, and Menbung is going to dash in on him. But
Oh,
Fish Baby
oh,
Bot
big
is so low.
Jimmy!
Fish Baby Bot, is he going to get away? Yes, he is. Juice Me Mommy trying to take down.
Oh, Shrine.
So
Trying to
much
get taken
action
down
going
by
on
Big Dick
here.
Jimmy as the bind's going to come onto Shijao, and we have action left and right. This game not going at the slow pace as the first couple.
Top lane, bottom lane, red buff and blue buff. We're seeing it all here, folks.
Yeah, Juice Me Mommy just barely getting out there earlier, all at the same time that Fish Baby Bot was almost dead.
There's so much poke from Jirachi onto Piper, and Piper's just having such a hard time CSing right now on Tristana, under tower. Look at the bomb issue. It's
Oh,
just
Menbung is gonna go in on Fish Baby Bot. He's gonna get
Oh, I
the
think he's
steal.
dead.
He's gonna catch up, and Menbung is gonna get the kill on Fish Baby Bot.
yeah, remember I'm taking advantage of the early games in Zao CC and damage onto that Skarner. I mean, there's not a lot that Skarner can do to that sort of gap closer.
Yeah, already Piper as Isis is feeling this CS deficit.
Ooh, here comes Gig 7
Doesn't have a
though.
pot.
He is not going to get spotted. Knockup coming in. Grant interest onto Jirachi. They're going to get the bomb onto Jirachi as well. Girk 7 is here. Girk 7 not going to land the bind.
Oh, and the bind goes down.
2805.
Oh no.
As Bear Senior takes a tower shot.
All right,
Here's
Greg
Senior
getting
just
huge.
let him know what's going on.
Greg is getting huge right now, very, very early, which is always a good sign from this Morgana. She's going to be able to put out a lot of damage and is going to be able to pretty much mitigate all of this lane push that Rip has at the moment. Because I do believe he's leveling up his W, is he not?
Oh yeah,
yes.
he should be.
Yeah, he's leveling up his
Whoa.
W. So
W rush.
Morgana
So you should
and
get a
Zaya both bought a stopwatch.
they bought a
They had the
stopwatch?
stopwatch.
They had the stopwatch.
They had the stopwatch. There
Oh,
are three,
I'm just-
4 Booster Girl, Monkey, Skarner, Tristana, Morgana, and then Bukake Poro and
I don't know why
Jirachi
that just
for
popped up on
Rip.
my screen that everybody purchased a stopwatch. I was like, what?
Yeah, I just see that as well. Actually.
It's a bug.
Yeah, I was
6
gonna say.
minutes just went by.
Oh, so it
Yeah.
works now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now it comes active. Got it.
That's
I was like, that's
strange
weird.
interaction.
I just saw that somebody bought a stopwatch. Interesting.
Jutsu Mommy canceling 4 autos in a row
Burger,
before
I
finally
reckon I
CS
know
in that
things.
minion. I just thought I'd like to note that. Boop, 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 boop.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
We're starting to see Morgana kind of climb back from the little bit of CS deficit that there is due to those extra items from those kills and the levels starting to help her out.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but those
Piper's Isis
2
needs
kills.
to. Yeah, but Piper's
Okay.
Isis needs to slowly climb back as well. Now feeling a 20 CS deficit.
Wee.
BF sword in comparison to the pickaxe, Zaya definitely has the damage output over Piper at this moment.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that we haven't seen more action from Skarner on the bottom side of the map, trying to help out that bottom lane when they're just getting pushed in 4 days.
I think Skarner's trying to get level 6, and he just hit level 6 right now, so we might see some more action out of Skarner.
Yeah, I don't think there's any feasible way of Skarner getting into that lane pre-level 6 against
As we see, Skarner is going to suppress Juice Me Mommy. Juice Me Mommy is going to get caught between Big Dick Jimmy and Fish Baby Bot and is dropped below half health. Going to W out as we see a teleport from Bukake Poro's Maroon. Going to knock out Fish Baby Bot. Fish Baby Bot, what is going? Gonna use the stopwatch. Fish Baby Bot is still alive. There are 3 members now top.
Membung's here.
Membung is here. Membung is gonna dash in. He's gonna pick up the kill on Fish Baby Bot. And they're gonna turret dive Jimmy, and that is a kill for Juice Me Mommy as Membung takes a tower shot.
I don't think that flash might have been necessary from Membung, but definitely a safer call.
I think if he didn't take it, he'd die.
I think so too. He had already taken a tower shot in the initial dive, so it wouldn't have reset, and he would have taken a lot more damage.
And this looks like it's going to be first tower over 2. Rich is provoked, getting 2 kills in the top lane. So 2 kills and a tower.
That's just a rough life right now for the Skarners. Menbung putting in the early pressure, really delaying that level 6, and really good response there from Bukake Poro with the teleport, as Gerg did not have the teleport, still had the ignite. Just overall really good play there by Bukake Poro and Menbung for being the top side of the map as well.
The CS deficit in bot lane also hasn't really grown, which is really good for Piper, actually. Kind of able to keep the item differential a little bit lower than maybe Jirachi would like.
Oh,
Rip CS.
Yeah, Tristana, especially when she gets behind, it is hard to CS properly just because of the explosions, and so unless you time everything perfectly and know like ahead of time where the which minion the tower is actually going to aggro, it's hard to make sure you land every single one and not screw it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, once you get a BF sword and everything else, then it's super easy because you just pop all of the minions out.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah.
that BGM didn't really take advantage of the summoners they got initially when Greg roamed bot lane, and instead opted for those top lane plays, which I think into a lane like Zyra Zaya that's going to be pretty much constantly pushing and pressuring your tower might be a pretty big mistake. We'll see how it affects them later in the game.
Oh, we lost Panda. Rip.
Rip Panda.
Okay, so I guess I'll do play-by-play. Gerg7 is ulting right now. Membo is getting caught up right here. Bear Senior is gonna get out. Call of the Elder God is gonna go. I can't. I didn't start it.
And then we got a flash in by the Galio.
Everyone's getting knocked up right now. Oh, and a really good Zyra. Reduce Me Mommy is running away from Fish Baby Wop. Fish Baby Wop does not have the ultimate. Does get the black shield. Gets the slow on.
Oh! Summer 2805.
Summer 2805 bouncing Juice Me Mommy into the team, being the sacrificial lamb, saying, "Nah, it's gotta be you, buddy."
Somebody clip that as betrayal.
In the chat.
Betrayed.
Oh man, so this is gonna go ahead and open up the Ocean Drake over for BGM, and they're gonna go ahead and catch up a little bit on the gold deficit. Thank God. Oh wait, no,
Zyra just literally killed Ornn.
Dylan, are you here to cast?
I can play by play in the meantime if you need.
I can play by play. I just didn't start that fight, so I couldn't get a rhythm going.
Zyra gunned down Ornn like the degenerate that he is. Just overblown. So,
that fight went BGM's way. They're still a K behind. Well, 1K differential isn't exactly that big, especially because I believe most of it is in the towers as well as the farm. But yeah, I mean, Rip is doing a pretty good job on these objectives, getting half health on that mid lane turret. Looks like they're gonna back off, and it also looks as if Ornn is gonna go bot lane and switch with the AD carry. No, it looks like they're just gonna try and 4-man mid to try and take down the rest of this tower. Meanwhile, Juice Me Mommy is gonna go ahead and dash out of Bear Senior and the grand entrance.
Yeah, I mean, the last fight went really well just because I feel like there was a lot of CC, especially from the Galio. So I think that helped out a lot when you hit multiple people, especially with the taunts and everything.
Oh, grand entrance going down for Bear Senior. Jirachi also burning the ultimate. Going to go ahead and root down Bear Senior. Galio is also going to ult down to try and make sure he gets out alive. And yeah, he gets out pretty well. 2 ultimates used from both sides there.
Looks like Ornn could be coming in from the side here, maybe with his stealthy call as the Elder God. Nope, just kind of going to loop around back to his team. We do notice something interesting in the itemization here for Piper, opting for the cloth armor early, potentially foreshadowing a Guardian Angel.
I think that's more going towards the boots.
Could be going towards the boots, right?
Just because that was what Piper ended up doing that in the first game, and I think that helped out a lot because there was like 2 times where it was Tristana versus Zaya 1v1, and Tristana won it each time, and I think a lot of it had to do with those boots.
Panda, you're more than welcome to retake play-by-play, by the way. Oh, okay, he's not here either.
Psych.
Big Diok Jimmy actually going to get caught out here by Memba. Embo Kakeporo going to get suppressed. There is no immediate help. Fish Baby Bop is here. Menbug is getting suppressed as well. Big Diok Jimmy is going down due to the Malefic Visions. Oh, but Gerg missing the flash Q.
Missed
and missed the ultimate as well. So I guess you can miss a flash ult. Well, would you look at that? Do I owe
We take it back,
a
Adam.
skin?
We take it
Do
back.
I owe Adam a skin now? Is that what just happened?
Yes, I know it's Ninja Tabby.
A
Shush.
missed flash ult from Greg. Could you name a more iconic pairing? No.
Rip gonna go ahead and take this this middle tower, this middle outer. Menbug already working on the Rift Herald here. Gonna take it with without any problem here. So yeah, 3K gold lead right now on the side of Rip, and they are up a mid. Well, actually, they have all their towers up at the moment. 2 towers down on the side of BGM. So what do you guys think so far as early game is coming to a close?
I think it's pretty much gone as expected, honestly, from the Xayah and Zyra lane, at least. Just coming out ahead and being able to push for objectives earlier with an item lead makes a pretty big difference in extending your gold lead in every other lane. I think Bukaki Poro's actually been really pulling out all the stops with these ultimates, but Greg's been firing back as well. You can see he's got 4 of his team's 5 kills, so...
Alright, we back.
I was gonna say, I feel like we got to give a lot of the credit over to Menbung, just because he's the one making the roam plays. Mal's a hard League of Legends button. Don't get me wrong, Bukaki Poro's been there, but I think Menbung's been roaming the map, making the plays here, always being in the right place to catch somebody out. Doing a great job on that.
Yeah, definitely pushing that advantage that he gained early over that Skarner. The Skarner's kind of been almost a non-factor because of those early plays that were being made. But here comes Skarner.
Oh, Blackstone has knocked Karachi back into the wrong spot.
Very interesting that that Fish Baby Bot opted to get the Zyra instead of the Tristana. I guess they figured that Zyra didn't have a form of escape, whereas the Xayah did.
Yeah, it's a little bit cleaner maybe, and Zyra, to be honest, has a lot of teamfight damage, even though she's just a support. That's not to say that her ultimate is something to be taken.
They're gonna land onto Menbung as we have all kinds of damage, and Menbung is just chains DC to death.
Hey, sometimes when you go for the trash, you get the treasure. That was aimed at the scuttle to try and steal it, and caught out Menbung. What a cue.
Well, they're gonna catch Summoner 2805, and Bear Senior is gonna pick up the kill, but he's gonna get suppressed under tower, and there's a return kill as all those plants are actually gonna take the kill away.
Those are the thickest plants that I've ever seen. That was such a bad amount of plants. Just the damage from Zyra is just insane.
Yeah, go with that Rylai's first, so he's gonna get the slow off of his abilities.
She's just gonna become annoying at this point.
Oh, Q gonna miss from Jirachi as Piper is gonna dash forward and get silenced.
Piper making a classic Tristana play.
They call it the OP.
I thought it was the wild turn.
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody calls it that. Shut up, Sebastian.
I call it the OP. All of BAT calls it the OP.
That's true. We have 3 members of BAT now in here.
Well, 2.5.
Whatever General Dill's
just MIA.
So it was interesting, if you remember before the game, we talked about key items to build during this game. We see 1 QSS on the map on Menbug against both teams that have extremely heavy CC.
He was a little upset after that last kill.
I would be too. When you DC for 4 minutes and you don't even get a pause, I mean, come on.
Wait, did he really?
No, he got queued by Morgana.
Yeah, he
You gotta keep up with these hot memes.
Hey. Hey. I was DC'd for 4 minutes.
And there was no pause.
And there was no pause.
Oh, feels bad.
Oh my god.
Jirachi dropped, it's about 1/8 of his health bar. As we're gonna see the Rift Herald spawned bot lane. Somebody rejoin the channel, that would be General Dill.
I didn't realize my Discord was shitting itself.
As Fresh Baby Bot is gonna flash it. Summoner 2805. Well, he's gonna get Gurk 5. Gurk 7's gonna get the kill.
Oh, and an easy
Bukaki Poro's gonna be stuck.
Getting caught. Yep. By Bukaki Poro.
The chain CC just working there as expected from the side of BGM. That was absolutely perfect. Gerg 7 flashed in, chaining 3 members, having to have making them spread apart, and just really putting the nail on the coffin on that fight. Those are the type of flash ultis that I'm looking for him to do for the next 20 or so
40 minutes. We're going to be here for 40 minutes.
Yeah, considering they had just done that onto Summoner 2805, blew the flash, and then able to just rinse and repeat and do it again, knowing that there was no flash available. Easy plays.
Absolutely. And he has unsealed spellbook as well, so it's still 25%.
Yup. Rito nerf not yet in.
Alright, now I've had a legitimate question I've been trying to ask for 5 minutes, but I couldn't talk. Is it Bear Senior or Bear Senor?
Bear Senor. Senor. It's got the little squiggly.
Senor.
Yeah, because it's not Bear Junior, obviously.
It's Bear Senor.
They're not respecting the Skarner engage, chat, but they're also not buying QSS to stop the Skarner engage. Which
is very true.
So whose fault is it?
Everyone who doesn't have the QSS is wrong.
Or
so
Azanya's.
We're looking at 9 players here.
Also, Dylan, feel free to spectate the game and commentate with us.
Oh, I am spectating.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, Q gonna land onto Jirachi. There's the pool, and Jirachi just jumps up in the air.
And literally stuck in place that whole time.
You can fucking ult, what? You can ult while rooted? That's dumb. That's fucking dumb.
So.
That's with anybody though. Like it's a snare. It's not a root.
Ooh,
yeah, a snare is a movement canceling crowd control.
That's a big cooldown.
And jumping up in the air is a movement ability.
That's a big team fight cooldown though for Jirachi as well.
Absolutely, especially if he gets rooted again.
Yeah, imagine like if he was able to get out of it with an item active.
What's hilarious is the Q hit, Xayah ulted, and then came back down and was still rooted by the time she came back down.
Oh yeah.
And that's only level 4, my dude. He still has one more level to put in that Q.
Look, people have been complaining about Morgana's Q for seasons, but it's a slow and wide skill shot with clear counterplay. I don't think... it's not as impressive as people think. Like,
yeah, just play Gangplank.
Yeah, if you play Gangplank, you're actually conforming to the meta, and he does that.
Meanwhile,
Big Dick Jimmy is taking the bot tower.
Just slamming his Big Diak Jimmy up against the tower.
No.
When some of those minions die, good call.
Piper actually not having a kill this game. Does have 3 assists to Bear Senor's 2 kills.
When you look at the difference in these 280 carries, though.
Oh, they're gonna find Juice Me Mommy as we have a flash and Skarner suppression. The Ram coming out. Ram is gonna knock up.
Everybody runs to the side.
All kinds of things are going on. Suppression onto the Skarner. Skarner is getting Nethergrass as Xayah is gonna pick up the kill on the backside of this. Kirk 7 went 2 ham. Gonna get killed by Bukake Poro as Piper gets a kill for himself on Menbun. But that is a 1 for 3.
Yeah, I think the really big factor there was the fact that Jirachi's ultimate hit 4 members of BGM and rooting 3 of them. So that just really opened up the team fight. And then Summoner 2805 just throwing the ultimate as well in those enclosed spaces. You're not going to really want to be there.
Yeah, it's the same thing happened in game 1. The Xayah was so protected for most of the game that was able to use the Xayah ult aggressively instead of defensively.
We need to double pink ward this because we're going for the bear.
Triple pink ward, I think. Oh, no,
double.
Oh, the teleport was in.
They're gonna get a bind onto Bukake Poro.
He's dead.
Good night, Bukake Poro.
Summoner 2805 is gonna get killed by Piper Isis. And
Oh!
Jirachi's gonna get rooted as well. Gonna blow the stopwatch.
But he's gonna go down.
Jirachi is gonna die to Piper Isis.
If only Jirachi had a QSS.
That's a Baroon buff.
Or if Bukake Poro had a QSS. Neither of them would have died. Piper wouldn't have been in the fight.
The man bun is alive to try and steal.
Is the man one going for steals?
He has to steal Brand.
The thing. He has
steal-
flash.
He is a level down though on this Garner, so.
By the power of General Dill, he might do it.
He's running around the backside. No,
And they're gonna
collapse
just gonna-
on him, and there is a dead man bun.
And now they're
getting
gonna
his haircut
continue
off.
onto it.
I mean, they have the damage, but they're taking this very, very slowly.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
have it easy.
It's the thing is Piper is still on Zeal IE. He
Uh,
hasn't completed that Zeal
Yeah,
item.
Piper's sitting on 2.6k gold right now.
Yeah,
so
that is
really needs to just back and reset.
Honestly, I think they can maybe get the mid tower and then do it. But
I think they can get 2 towers.
That was risky. What a Baron call.
I would go for tower. Yeah, this is a tower dragon.
Get the blue buff on the way out.
And this
Blue buff
mountain
on the
tank
way
will
out.
feel good. For Tristana.
All the members are up now of Rich's Provokes. I think going into their jungle when you really want to back and buy, a little risky, but looks like they're gonna go for it anyways.
Hey,
They're all
much
shaded
way.
to the top side of the map, so
Yeah.
See, I
They
want to
could just,
agree with General Dill in chat, but Adam's the better jungler, so
oh, and they're just
There
all
it
going
is.
back up. Reset, spend all that gold, and they've evened up the gold lead actually right
Look,
now. so
Tristana
they're-
just built right. Did you see that?
Status
Yeah.
She just did
shift,
it.
QSS, and a stopwatch with rocket jump.
It's gonna be almost impossible to kill Piper now, I think, with all the defensive itemization. And the amount of heal that Piper can get from
And he still
Galio
has
and Garner.
stopwatch.
And still has stopwatch, yeah.
Zyra has a QSS now.
I'd say that would affect his damage output, but no one on Rip really has a whole lot of armor stacking going on. Menbun going with an aggressive Ginsu's Rageblade build next.
yeah, I think I would disagree with that at this point.
Oh,
Oh, the
coming
ult
out
hitting.
from Dirk 7. They're gonna land a bind onto Summoner 20 to 5.
Oh,
Summoner
and the
20 to
Q.
5 just gets deleted. As Piper is actually too far forward, has to blow the QSS, but is gonna get killed.
Didn't
by
stop.
Menbun. And there's all kinds of things going on. Big Jimmy is just taking damage and is now caught in 4 members as Menbun gets a double kill.
Yeah,
Plus
really.
1 for 2.
Yeah, just really unfortunate there from Piper getting caught in that Ram ultimate as he was hopping out, and because it's a knockup, you can't QSS it yet.
It's literally
So
the
all
caster
of his-
curse.
Yeah,
To note
exactly.
as well, Zyra didn't QSS the stun from Morgana, which set up the follow-up kill. She could have been played a little bit better, maybe a stopwatch from Tristana, but overall a 1-for-1 fight.
1 for 2.
1 for 2. Yeah,
1 for 2, yeah.
they got
1 for
Piper
2,
and
sorry.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Piper and Jimmy. Sorry about that.
A little bit too aggressive from Gurk 7 just to catch out the Zyra, though. Far too many cooldowns blown on one support.
Close enough. English hard 22k.
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Fair Senior found Juice Me Mommy, and they're gonna go for this bot side as that is a ZZ Rot.
I think, is that
Hmm?
just to cheese the tower at this point?
I mean, I guess kind of, but it wasn't even put in a good spot.
Oh, Gurk 7
Ooh,
misses
almost-
another skill shot.
Almost got
Surprise,
Juicy
surprise.
Mommy in shot.
As Zaya has now purchased a QSS. Skarner has QSS. QSS everywhere.
Overall, though, a really, really close game from both teams. Looking at the gold deficit, it's within 1,000 gold, just slightly edged over to Rich's for both.
Try 600.
600, you know. It was, yeah, I said less than 1,000. I don't count numbers.
He's trolling.
Quick maths.
Quick
As-
maths.
Math.
Where's
As
your app?
Bukaki loses his Malzahar passive.
He'll get it back. Pretty easily, actually. Oh, interesting. Gurm actually went for the Void Staff first instead of finishing off that Leandries.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go into the Leandries and then the Void Staff, but no, opted just for the straight magic penetration.
Also, big update. Rich is itemized correctly.
Essence
Yeah.
Reaver static.
QSS.
What are you?
We're just
about
looking
now?
at the QSS count here.
Yeah.
Oh.
The QSS is we have Menbung is actually going to get suppressed and brought back into 5, but the Ram is going to knock up 3. The Redemption's coming out. Gurk7 is not going to get a stun. Bukake Poro has suppressed Fish Baby Bot around the backside as Big Dick Jimmy is trying to take face tank Jirachi and peel him off. And Piper is unable to pop Juice Me Mommy yet. Piper is now in a wrong position. Piper is going to have to blow QSS and Juice Me Mommy going to hit the blast cone and get out. And that is a 1-for-1. Both
Only
junglers.
a 1-for-1 after everything was blown from both teams.
Yeah, but look at those health bars for BGM.
Close fight, but they're still alive, still able to get something out of it.
I think the onus was there on Piper to dive in with Big Diok Jimmy onto that backline. Instead, he got trapped off by that Ornn. If he gets to the Xayah and Zyra with Gurk7 and Big Diok Jimmy, I think BGM easily wins that fight.
Yeah, it just might have been the pinch felt pretty strong from Rich's Provoked. It was pretty tough for I think Piper to get around both Bukake Poro and with the silence and everything, and then and Juice Me Mommy as well. Bukake Poro's ultimate is already back up after that fight, by the way.
Is he running Ultimate Hat?
I would have to assume Ultimate Hat, yeah. Pretty insane. But so is Greg's and Fish Baby's.
Oh,
yeah.
Fish Baby.
Oh,
Fish Baby.
the QSS,
There
but
it is!
And Piper is going to pick up the kill on Menbug.
it doesn't matter. Too much CC.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Didn't Captain Jack that one?
Where's the second QSS? Come on.
But guys, it's the most important Drake in the game.
It's the Dylan Drake, the DD as they call it.
Gotta go fast.
It improves your rotation so much.
Banshee's Veil Zingzao?
Banshee's Veil.
No.
No.
He's got a Warden's Mail and a Giant's Belt and a QSS.
Yeah, that's going for Warden. That's probably gonna go into what is that?
Randuin's Omen.
Omen, yeah.
Yeah, with the
And
crit
then
damage.
it's a Scimitar.
Oh, Bukake
Oh,
Poro is going to
Bukake
get
Poro.
bound, and he's taking or W damage as Gurk7 is going to get knocked up, but we have all kinds of things going on. They're going to get a kill on Bear Senor as Fish Baby Bot is so low. Fish Baby Bot is going to get picked off by Menbung as so far this fight is not going in the favor of BGM as Jimmy is now stuck with 5 friends and they're going to kill him. And that is 3 for none.
3 for nothing.
I wish I had as many friends as Big Diok Jimmy.
I do too.
Piper is and Gurk7 are going to try and get Juice Me Mommy. Juice Me Mommy is going to get stunned or rooted, and Piper is going to try and get the explosive charge off. The explosive charge goes. Piper is just going to auto, and Piper is going to get the kill as Gurk7 tries to steal it. And meanwhile, the rest of the team
I don't know if they
is
can
gonna
do
try with
Baron.
Baron.
Do they
but
have?
They're a little low.
don't
They had to
have-
split aggro.
Looks like the sustain
Yeah.
coming in from Menbung.
Bear Senor is coming. Bukake Poro, they're going to live as Bear Senor is not going to get there in time. Baron going over to Rich's Provoked, giving them a 2k gold lead.
Oh, Piper needs to leave. Piper needs to get the hell out of there. He's greeting. He's greeting really, really hard right now.
There he goes. He's out. Backing on a word. But out.
Well, if you are Gurg or BGM and friends, what do you do?
Honestly,
Wait the Baron out?
I think number one, you wait the Baron out. But if you're looking to win the game, I think you need to send Jimmy a little bit farther out and play a little bit more patiently and far back from the Ornn. Just the issue with the Ornn is that he has such a long range engage that this team's having a real hard time dealing with it. And you can see that every fight that Ornn gets off an ultimate on 1 or 2 carries. it just tears apart BG.
I think, in my opinion, if Greg ends up hitting a binding on either Menbung or Jirachi,
They gotta get the knockup on Piper Rizzes. Piper Rizzes using Buster Shot to get away, but Gurk 7 is suppressed with an Ethergrass, and that is a pick off on Gurk 7. That's a huge pick.
yeah, it definitely doesn't help their standing there.
I was gonna say that Morgana's a huge part of their wave clear, and I mean
And
now
damage.
with you know, them having Baron buff, these towers are gonna go down.
Piper is getting there with the wave clear, but I think the dive potential from Red is a little too large on at least the tier 2 here.
Jimmy is taking a lot of damage. They're gonna have to burn heal to save Jimmy. As Jimmy also did not use QSS. Taunt coming in by Juice Me Mommy. Juice Me Mommy, though, we're gonna get Piper is underneath the tower. As Bear Senor is also gonna die, and Jimmy.
That's Inhib. Might be game.
That might be
That
game.
might be game. They staggered the backs because
That's a
Gurk 7's gonna
40
spawn now.
40-second cooldown on their hyper carry.
And they still have Baron minions. Gurk 7 trying to go in. He's going to flash in. Going to get the Zanyas, and he's going to get a stun. But he's going to die as well. Menbung taking tower aggro, but they still have Baron minions. And this looks like this is going to be game. Fish
That's
Baby
it.
Bot also died somewhere. Yeah, this is game.
Yeah, no,
for
that's
Ricky
game.
Provoke.
Wow.
Hoy.
Well played by both teams, but the team with more QSSs won the game.
Did they have more QSSs?
Yeah,
They have 2.
3-2. Mercurial Scimitar on side.
What?
Yeah,
Mercurial Scimitar. Scimitar has
builds from.
So as predicted, the team that built properly had won the day.
So 3-2. Rich is Provoked is your winner in the first semifinal. They're moving on to the championship round. All right, so stick around. We're gonna get an MVP vote up in a little bit, and then we're gonna get some interviews. Probably they're gonna be pretty brief because it's getting late over there.
But we'll be right back.
So who are the
Hooray.
MVP candidates?